Andreas, what possible disruptions are you seeing in the markets on January 3rd?
Well, I don't think any disruptions. I think it's going to be very much like the Y2K bug, which didn't materialize. I don't think this is much of a huge deal. I think most asset managers are going to be ready. I think most brokers are going to be ready. And Q1 really is going to be used by all parties involved to try to get to the right price points, to get the systems all up and running and tested, and make sure that at the end of Q1, when probably the first hard euros will have to flow, everybody is happy with the deal they're getting.
What about, though, if, 17 out of the 28 EU countries haven't transposed the directive? That means that, there could be issues with cross-border products in the EU. Does that concern you at all in terms of trading?
It's not something I've spent much time thinking of, to be honest. I think everybody the vast majority of market participants, no matter whether MiFID II is enacted in law or not, will be transacting according to the MiFID II regulations. And so in that sense, I don't think it's a big issue. I think it's a case of maybe the politicians being somewhat slow to the party here. Yeah,
got it. Now, one thing that you certainly, or I'm sure you have been thinking a lot about, is the research issue. Am I right in thinking Allianz Global Investors is going to absorb research costs onto the P&L, like the majority of asset managers? How is this going to change the asset management industry, though, do you think, in terms of what sort of research will you be looking for? Will you change the way that you pay for research?
Definitely. It obviously will change the way we pay for research, because right now probably we pay out of our own pockets for only 20% of the research, and the rest comes via the bundle. Now that will change fundamentally, particularly in Europe, obviously, where we're going to pay for everything in hard euros or in hard pounds, whichever may be the case. Now there's three ways I think this will fundamentally change the way that the financial services industry operates and interacts. The first one is that there will be less street research. I think analysts on the sell side will be paid less than before. The second way is that the buy side, and Tom mentioned it earlier, that will be will continue to consolidate. That will be one of the drivers of consolidation, because it's going to be very expensive to hire your own analysts and maintain them. Now, that is going to be a feature of the new world, is that I think analysts are going to become a more valuable commodity on the buy side. And they're going to have to change the way that they do research.
Yeah.
Because right now they've been relying much on the sell side. They're going to have to rely much more on their own skills.